Hello, good morning. Welcome to Story Time. I'm Tarneshia Evans, Children's Program Developer here at Ginter Botanical Garden. And today we are going to read a very fun story about some bugs. But before I tell you about a very fun and exciting story, we actually have a special guest that's going to be joining us, well, that's going to be watching Story Time along with you guys. And our special guest is the author of our story, Jennifer Ward. So today we're going to be reading Over in the Garden by Jennifer Ward. She is the author, and the illustrator is Kenneth J. Spengler. I hope I'm saying his name right, Spengler. And the reason I made sure I mention the illustrator is because he did an amazing job with one of the fun activities that we're going to do with this book. There are lots of bugs that are very evident in gardens. Some are right there in your face and you can see them. Others, you can hear them, but you don't see them. Like right now, we hear a lot of cicadas buzzing around us. We hear them, but we don't see them. So we're going to go ahead and read Over in the Garden by Jennifer Ward. Throughout the story, I'm going to ask you guys to get up and move around a little bit. You guys going to be ready to move around? I hope so. So let's get started. Over in the Garden. We're going to be looking for the hidden number on each page. Over in the garden, in the early morning sun, lived a mother praying mantis and her little mantis one. Pounce, said the mother. I pounce, said the one. So they pounced and they hunted in the early morning sun. Can you guys get up and pounce one time? Did you do it? All right. Now pounce on back so we can find the number one. It is camouflage, just like this praying mantis is camouflage within the surroundings. Can you guys see it? Right there. See, it's camouflage in green, just like the praying mantises. What number are we on? 2. Over in the garden where the sunflower grew lived a mother ladybug and her little beetles too. Crawl, said the mother. We crawl, said the two. So they crawled over petals where the sunflowers grew. You guys see the number 2? How about you crawl 2 times and come back and see if we can find the number 2? Did you guys crawl 2 times? I'm going to give you a hint. It's up in the clouds. You see it? Right there. What number is next? Did you say 3? Over in the garden near the old shady tree lived a mother dragonfly and her little dragonflies 3. Zip, said the mother. We zip, said the 3. So they zip and zoom near the old shady tree. And we are actually right under a really cool loblolly pine, which is pretty shady. And you can see behind me a bunch of dragonflies zipping. Can you guys zip 3 times like the dragonflies? Did you zip? And zip on back so we can find the number 3. Let's see. I'll give you a hint. It's in the water mixed with the lily pads. Can you see it? Right there. What number are we on? What number is next? Did you say 4? Over in the garden on the damp, earthy floor lived a quiet mother snail and her baby snails 4. Slither, said the mother. We slither, said the 4. So they slithered and they slid on the damp, earthy floor. Can you guys slither on your floor 4 times? That was almost tricky to say. Did you guys slither 4 times? Now slither on back. You guys see the number 4? I'll give you a hint. Check on the earthy floor where the mushrooms are. Right down there. What number's next? 5. Over in the garden where the apple blossoms thrive lived a colony of bees and their little bees 5. Buzz, said the workers. We buzz, said the 5. So they buzzed and they flew where the apple blossoms thrive. Can you guys buzz around 5 times like bees? Now buzz on back so we can find the number 5. I'll give you a hint. It is hidden in the spider web. You guys see it? Right there. What number's next? Did you say 6? Right, number 6. Over in the garden where the vines and berries mix lived a little mother spider and her baby spider 6. Jump, said the mother. We jump, said the 6. So they jumped through the garden where the vines and berries mix. Can you guys jump 6 times? Go ahead and jump 6 times for me. Jump on back so we can find the number 6. Go a little closer. Now, take a look at all the baby spiders. Did you see the number 6 yet? See all the baby spiders? There it is, right there. What number is next? What comes after 6? You said 7? You're right. Over in the garden where the flowers garden. Can I start this page over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, just go ahead and restart. Okay, I won't cut it.
Over in the garden where the flowers grow toward heaven lived a mother butterfly and her caterpillar 7. Nibble, said the mother. We nibble, said the 7. So they nibbled and they climbed where the flowers grow toward heaven. Can you guys pretend to nibble 7 times? You don't really have to move with this one if you don't want to. So let's nibble our way to find number 7. Give you a hint. It's right under the orange petals. You see it? Right there. Number 7. What's next? Number 8. Over in the garden by the old wooden gate lived a mother, roly-poly, and her little babies 8. Roll, said the mother. We roll, said the 8. So they rolled and they curled by the old wooden gate. Can you guys roll 8 times? Go ahead. Let me see. I can't really see. But go ahead and roll. Now roll on back so we can find the number 8. I'll give you a hint. And this hint actually rhymes. The letter 8 is hidden on the gate. Isn't that cool? It's right there. What comes after 8? Did you say 9? Yeah. Over in the garden on a long curly vine crawled a group of soldier ants and their little workers 9. March, said the soldiers. We march, said the 9. So they march and they crawl up the long curly vine. Can you guys march 9 times? Can you march? Can you march around your house, or if you're outside, wherever you are listening to this story, can you march 9 times? And march on back so we can find number 9. And number 9 is another rhyming clue. Number 9 is hidden in the vine. You guys see it yet? Right here. Number 9. Hidden on the vine. What comes after 9? 10. Yes, 10. Over in the garden where the moon shines again, lived a mother firefly and her little beetles 10. Glow, said the mother. We glow, said the 10. So they glowed and they flashed where the moon shines again. So you don't have to really move for this one, but we'll move our hands. You guys ready? Let's pretend that our hands are the glow. Ready? Can you glow 10 times? Now, I have a challenge for you guys. I could not find the number 10. The number 10 was very well hidden. The illustrator, Kenneth J. Spindler, did a really good job hiding the numbers, didn't he? Well, guess what? I need help finding the number 10. I need you guys to let me know where the number 10 is. I searched and searched for it. I don't know where it is. So you guys have to let me know where the number 10 is, because I don't know. You guys see it? Claudine, do you see it? She's really looking too, guys. So this is the last page in the book where we're going to count, where we're going to move like the insect and look for the hidden numbers. Again, don't forget to let us know where the number 10 is. Claudine and I have no idea. The author, Jennifer Ward, also has fun facts about the insects that we saw on each page. So stay tuned for activities to go with over in the garden. Welcome back. So this is the first activity that we're going to do that goes along with over in the garden. So I have printed my winged nature scavenger hunt. That's part of the documents that goes along with story time this week. And I have my clipboard and I have my pencil, and we're going to see if we can find some insects or some bugs. You ready? All right. We found some. There's a bunch of bumblebees pollinating these pink flowers. See them? And my magnifying glass is letting me see these bees up close. And I can just check off bumblebee. I can also check off all those dragonfly, because we saw all those dragonflies in the water. Welcome back to activity number 2 for over in the garden. So I'm going to show you guys some ways that you can pretend to be scientists who study bugs. And do you know what they're called? They're called entomologists. So an entomologist is a person who studies bugs, insects. And they also collect, they collect bugs. They collect different bugs. But I also like to collect dead bugs. But if I want to sound like a scientist, instead of calling them dead bugs, I'm going to say specimen. So I actually have some specimen, which are some dead bugs. And I have two bugs that are alive. And I'll show you the first insect that I have. He doesn't come out. But this is a moth. This is a really cool bug catcher that you guys, if you have one of these at home, that's fine. And if you don't, I'll show you some things that you can use, or something that you can use to catch bugs, okay? Or keep your specimen in. So here's my little moth. It's hanging up there to the top because that's where the air holes are. And I have a little millipede here. He is moving around. And again, he's going up here where the air holes are. Okay. And when I was walking through the garden this morning, I found a dead black swallowtail butterfly. So this would be my specimen. And there's a cool specimen over here on the ground right beside me. It's a dead cicada. And I'm going to use my magnifying lens to get a closer look at the cicada. Really cool. Now we're going to read, well, I'm going to teach you guys a poem about letting our insects go. So I got this moth off of these really pretty little flowers right here. And I also found this millipede out crawling right out here on the cement. So I'm gonna let him loose. Okay. Remember, if you collecting bugs to observe and look at, you always have to let them free. Okay. I'm going to let him out so he can crawl away. So are you ready for the poem? It's called the Goodbye Poem. I'm glad you shared this time with me. Can you guys repeat it after me? Look at me flying around. But now I'll gently set you free, so you can hop, crawl, or fly. It's time for us to say goodbye. Would you guys like to let this moth go? Let's see. See, he flies away. Oh, come on. There he is. He flew away. Had to let him loose, guys. We couldn't keep him. So this is the end of our time too today. Thank you for joining me. See you next week.